Good morning. I am making this very informal video to make a brief announcement. I am dressed very informally. I apologise. I hope, if nothing, it is a representation of how hard it is that we're working at the Vanquish group and how quickly things are moving along. At the beginning of this year, I recorded a similar but slightly more formal video to make announcements as to what our plans are for 2024. I won't go into what they were right now, but some of them included the taking over of other security and/or intelligence-led brands. And today I can announce that we are going to incorporate Bodyguard.London into the Vanquish group of companies. Bodyguard.London is a domain name essentially. It's www.bodyguard.london that has a website, the purpose of which is for the provision of close protection or bodyguard services. The difference, or at least its unique selling point, is that it's AI-led. The endeavor was to have the brand be completely driven by artificial intelligence. Why Vanquish are interested in incorporating it into our group of companies is so that we can use the assets that Bodyguard.London has in its possession. Bodyguard.London was featured on BBC Radio and it has done quite well, but not as well as it probably could do. The idea of having AI leading a company, or at least automating a business entirely, is obviously a very attractive thing. However, our plan is to incorporate not only the brand into our group of companies, but also to utilize its assets within our other companies. So we don't fully intend to automate all of our businesses to a point where there are no more humans. That would be impossible. It's a human-run service, essentially. It's a face-to-face business for the most part. So that would be practically impossible at this stage. However, we do see obvious commercial benefits to utilizing AI for our other companies. For example, TSM International, Vanquish Security Services, and some of the other brands. So the idea is to kind of change the model of Bodyguard.London a little bit. If you were to look at the model right now, it's more of a sort of Uberized service for close protection services. That's not something that we find attractive. It's something I don't like personally. I don't think that niche within the security industry should be Uberized, for wanting a better phrase. I think it's something that deserves a more hands-on approach. So over time, we are going to be changing the business model slightly, but almost immediately after incorporating it into our group of companies, we are going to utilize and leverage the asset of the artificial intelligence avatar known as AIDA, A-I-D-A. It stands for Artificial Intelligence Digital Assistant. AIDA works alongside some of the automated systems that are on Bodyguard.London's website and on the back-end servers, so as to provide a human face-to-face service, but without any human contact on the back-end side of things. Again, not sure how much we see that as being part of Bodyguard.London's future, but we are going to leverage it as much as we can. With regards to Bodyguard.London's future, we probably will allow it to carry on as it is. I think for some period of time there's no point in changing it immediately. However, I do think it has issues. There are problems that can be rectified, elements that can be improved, and all the while the other companies within the Vanquish group can benefit from AIDA's working model. So that's going to happen over a period of time. The takeover is effective immediately. In fact, the process is already well underway at the time of this video being distributed. What you'll probably see is some small press releases. Whether or not the press actually pick up on the distribution or not is another thing. However, in summary, it brings us great pleasure to welcome Bodyguard.London into the group, and hopefully we'll improve its facade, its services as a whole, and you will hopefully see AIDA working across the group and the individual brands more frequently. Thanks very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, get in touch directly, or if you're on